is I'm getting over having the big C virus, the C word. And I'm pretty healthy, even though I had a heart failure 18 months ago and a stroke 9 months ago. I'm healthy and I eat well and I exercise and I take care of myself. And my brother-in-law, the shaman, has had me on health regimens for quite some time. And I've noticed for people that have the big C, people fall into a couple of different categories. One is, I'm not recovered, but I'm getting there, Deborah. Thank you. Is people fall into different categories. And you know what's so interesting is and if you don't agree, fine, just don't watch. I mean, I'm not here to argue with anybody. And I've been in the healing field for a lot of years, is that people fall into a couple of different categories, as I was saying. And there are people that might get it and have no symptoms. Or one of my good friends, he's a triathlete, 60 years old, triathlete. And he got it, and he had it for like 4 days, and he was over it, like a cold. And then I got it, and 2 other people at the same time. And I'm moving a little slow today. For 2 weeks, it knocked me out flat. I mean, I was like knocked out where for 2 weeks, I've never been as exhausted in my life and didn't know a person could be that exhausted for 2 weeks. I mean, it's so exhausting that it was work to pick up a fork and eat. It was work to brush my teeth. I mean, it was just, I can't even explain the exhaustion. And the third week, the reason I'm sharing this is 2 reasons. One is I'm moving a little slow. We'll see how long we can go today. But it's my intention to be very active on Instagram going forward. I mean, like, really active with you guys. But what was I saying? Because I'm still gathering on my mental faculties after this. Oh, so a good friend of mine, he is a health and wellness, he's just into it big time. He owns a health and wellness company, a free plug for him, called Organifi. And it's all natural product, very high-end product, that's like juicing. You can juice vegetables, but now you just mix it and guys, don't ask quite yet. Let me get through this, okay? Because I don't want to lose your request. But he's like, Jim, you need to do IV therapy. Yeah, I'll be on here a lot. I promise. I'll be on here a lot more. I love Drew, exactly, Drew Canoli. And he's like, bro, he goes, get on IV therapy. Let me send you my nurse. And I didn't use his nurse, but I used another nurse that does IV therapy. And they use what's called NAD. And apparently it's a hormone that we need, that by the time we're 50, we've lost 50% of it in our body. But it helps us heal very, very quickly. And the day the nurse came, she gave me a cocktail of NAD, glutathione, is it glutathione or glutathiamine, whatever it is, vitamin C, and vitamin C complex the next time. Thank you. It's so good to see you too, Healthy. And there was something else in it. But anyway, the day that she came the first time, I kid you not, I mean, I was here in my home office, my partner and I, we didn't know who had what, who passed it, stayed in different parts of the house. Yes, NAD is extremely important when it comes to aging. This is why, now, yes, I do know, Sad Guru. This is why we don't heal as fast when we get older. I have no dog in this fight. No, I didn't receive his art piece. Anyway, I was out. I mean, I was pretty bad. I knew I was going to heal. It's just a matter of when. I knew I was going to heal. And guys, when it comes to healing, that's the number one thing, is expectation. I mean, there's medical research on this, the placebo effect. I knew I was going to heal. I just didn't know when, and that was the hard part. Because when you have the flu, we all know you get the flu or cold 3, 4, 5 days, boom, you're starting, you're better. This here knocked me on my ass. And yeah, everything's mental. Everything is mental. And I knew that I had to continue to play a strong mental game while I was sick, because I was sick. I was fortunate, and if you need to go to the hospital, go, please. But I was fortunate that I had high blood oxygen. I had no fever. I had a cough, and I was tired. But I didn't have anything that they would send me, no breathing issues. And the nurse came, and she's like, your breathing's completely clean. And your blood oxygen is at 98%. They say if you're below 90%, you need to go to the ER. And that was at 98% every time we checked it. And I was breathing fine. And if you're breathing fine, they're not going to take you to the hospital. They'll send you back home again. But anyway, let me share this with you. And I am not pushing anything. I'm not prescribing anything. I'm just telling you that to go back here, I was flat out on my ass, not knowing when I was going to be back again. And the nurse came on a Sunday afternoon. Exactly 24 hours later, both of us had had it done. I was up and about. I mean, I was like, what? What happened? I mean, this is amazing. And I've had it done every 2 days because I have this, and I have something else coming up big next week I want to tell you about. But guys, that NAD, I'm sold. I'm sold. Now, being back, I had planned on being here every week. I did. And then this little tidal wave comes and knocks me on my rear end. So I'm back now, and I'm planning on becoming even more active than once a week. We'll see on Instagram. Because I want to connect with you guys. I can help you when I can connect with you. Awaken, I've covered all that in here, what I've done. Yes, my brother-in-law also, he said, do as you wish. He had me on, I'll share with you guys. The nurse told me to get on some things, which I was already on, which Don Javier, my brother-in-law, told me about. And I've been on it for a year, so I'm really surprised that I picked it up. And the 3 people who picked it up are 3 of the healthiest. And my family was together. And the 3 people who picked it up were the 3 healthiest people. That's a shocker. But my brother-in-law told me we should all be getting D3. I'm making notes here. D3 with the K2 mixture. Don't just take the D3 by itself because your body can't process it. And too much of it is toxic for your body. D3, K2. I was taking 10,000 IUs per day. And when I got hit, he goes, increase your dosage to 150,000 D3K2 per day for as long as you have the symptoms. And I was up to 150,000. The unit measurement is IU. I think it's called International Unit. But I was doing that for like 10 days every day. With, vitamin, and the nurse came and she goes, you need, D3. I'm like, I'm on D3. Research, science has proven people that kick the bucket from COVID generally have a secondary condition. People, this is what I was going to say earlier. The whole world is running around talking about a cure and a shot. What about strengthening your immune system? What about that? But no one talks about that. We have to strengthen the body, all of our bodies. And I'm speaking from experience, okay? Because a lot of you guys know what I've been through in the past year. Thank you, Angie. Thank you. So he said D3, make sure there's K2 with it. It's got to mix. Otherwise, you're putting too much D3 in your body. Something he's always told me, I'm just making notes because my brain, I'm tired. I mean, I was doing really well about 30 minutes ago. I'm a little tired. I just want to make sure. Is also oregano oil, fine oregano oil. It's in the video here, Brenda. Fine oregano oil. You can't take oregano oil, just like even a drop will burn the crap out of you. You put it in your mouth. Just being open with you guys. No one talks about immune support. It's all, go get this shot. Save your life. If you need it, go get it. I support that. But what we should focus on is healing the body. I saw this meme online. It talked about Louis Pasteur. And his approach is that all the fish in the fish tank, you vaccinate the fish. And there's this other older a couple hundred years ago scientist. He's like, you don't vaccinate the fish, you clean the water bowl. And that keeps the fish healthy. And that's the same thing with us. Hey, Eric, is we have to clean the fish bowl. And so many people, and especially in the U.S., eat shit for food. And I want to make sure I'm congruent in what I'm saying. I only eat healthy. So I'm kind of an anomaly that I got it. And the ones that were gathered. I'll go back to my list here in a second. Yes, critical thinking is required. I'm going to get to my t-shirt in a minute about that also. But yes, exactly. DeVarts, exactly. I can't go into all that today though. For sure. My brother-in-law's talked about to ground yourself from 5G. Go out and put your feet, connect with Pachamama, connect with the earth to ground yourself from the electromagnetic effects of 5G, which is everywhere. Okay, so D3K2 and just 10,000 IU a day just to keep yourself healthy. It kind of sounds weird that I said that I got it, but that's what he told me. And I think the D3 helped me big time. Even though I was sick, I think I would have been sicker had I not been taking the D3 oregano oil. And as I said, straight pure oregano oil, you can't drop it in your mouth because it'll burn the crap out of you, one drop. And when I was sick, I had all these tinctures that Don Javier had given me lined up on my counter, and I was just tired. One night I meant to take some D3K2. I picked it up, squirted it in my mouth, a whole dropper, and it was a whole dropper of oregano oil. And I'm like, this is the last frickin' thing that I need. I mean, I ran to, I'm not even going to get into the shot and all that. It's just too controversial for most people. But I ran to the sink and spit it out and burned the inside of my mouth. So be careful with the oregano oil. I usually dilute it. I take it two ways. Number one, oregano oil is I put like 3 drops 3 times a day. And I started that internally once I got the big C. 3 drops 3 times a day in extra virgin olive oil. Just 3 drops, a tablespoon of olive oil, and take it. Swallow it. But for just rinsing bacteria in your mouth, it's a good way to keep your gums healthy, is oregano oil and 3-4 drops of like coconut oil. Don't swallow. Just swish your mouth for 30 seconds, a minute, and spit it out. So oregano oil, medically proven, extremely healthy. And garlic. So I took copious, yes, rosemary is great too. But oregano oil is very medically proven, powerful, astringent, antibacterial, antiviral. So you may want to look into that. Okay, enough about that.